Alright, so here's the bike. Here's the fucking carbon fiber piece that I got put on there. The 7, the fucking tape, like, I don't know, it just didn't look right with, like, nothing on there. I'd like to get, like, some blue accent painting done to it, like, actually color matched to the rest of the bike, but I don't really know what would not look tacky. I don't know, so the 7's there until then. And then I got the fucking headlights wired up. Once again, this is my high beam, so I can turn that on and off. I did yellow. I had like that one more yellow and that one really blue, which looks great for photos, but did not look all that good trying to see the road. So I got those lightened so I can see a bit better. And they do a really, really good job. Even driving around nighttime with a tinted visor, I can see pretty well. I had a K-bar mounted to my Harley. I figured why not put one on the CBR. So the other one's like, I don't know, it fits the Harley. This one fits the CBR pretty well, I think. What else is there that's different? The turn signals, I'll show you those. So much easier to see at nighttime, but they're actually like hidden like in the frame, and there's some you can see from the front. Definitely not the best in terms of safety and visibility, but it do look good, and I'm about the looks, obviously. Also got a tri-page relay flasher, so that's why they blink like that, which is pretty cool, pretty easy to use, although I can't get it back in the fucking programming settings, but thankfully I picked one that I liked to begin with. And then I got the lights. I added another set of lights over the engine cover on this side, whereas before I did not. This was the pretty side for photos and whatnot, but it was always angled down, and you got that ugly ass sticker there, which I'll probably take off, but maybe I'll leave it, I don't know. Just got the VIN number on it, but it's already fucked up from whoever owned it before me. It was like a perfect line of where the fender used to, or not fender, fairing used to go, and it's scratched off right there. Got some wires I need to tuck back up. This fell out tonight doing the pair mod. I also fucking broke that, so I'm gonna have to fix that somehow. I've tried to fix it a couple of ways, but I think I'm just gonna have to industrial glue it. But yeah, this is the bike. This is the mirror and the handlebars. The handlebars are all new. They're heli bars. Swapped them out with these grips. These grips are actually not like slip-on grips. They're actually like aluminum, like the whole fucking thing all the way down to the bare bar. But they're like the R6. I want to say it's the quarter throttle. Maybe it's not the 6 turn. 6 turn stock, I think, and then quarter is what this one is. So it's much more responsive on the throttle, which is super awesome mod. Definitely suggest doing it. And then I like making my bars super long because I like the way it looks, and I like having super long handlebars, so they're extended a little bit. And then on this side, I didn't have the fucking weighted bar end like I did before from an incident with some jackhead that fucking ran over my bike. So I used a socket, which I don't know if it's the Streetfighter look. And I tried to put another mirror on that side. I was actually going to clamp it right there, and I was going to move this one from right there to right there, and end up breaking this one. And so I pulled that one apart to put this one back together, so I was down to one mirror. And out of all the places on the handlebars that they could fit, this one gave me the best visibility. I can actually see behind me on the left and right side of me, which is pretty cool, out of a pretty slim mirror. and it's not the worst looking thing in the world, though that is subjective. I actually did get pulled over for the first time for having these red lights as running lights, which I've had this for a while, but the cop was an asshole, so it's whatever. I'm not going to take them off. I might change the color of them, but I'd have to buy new lights, and that's money. And I like the red, so it's whatever. We'll see if we get pulled over and actually get a ticket for it. If I ever actually get a ticket, I might change it. But he followed me home, and it wasn't actually, he wasn't able to actually pull me over and give me a ticket. So, hi. But that's pretty much it. I got a new radiator that I'm going to put on. It's much smaller. It's straight, and it's going to stop about here. But I don't know if the bike will cool as well as it does now. I mean, I guess it couldn't. The question is, will it cool enough? We will see. I've seen a lot of CBRs with smaller radiators, so shouldn't be a problem. Maybe add another fan, because right now it's only got the one fan. I could definitely add 2 fans to the new one and run better coolant in it if it does overheat or anything like that. So that's going to be the next change, which is cosmetic and mechanic. I'd also like to get new levers for it. These ones work fine. I fixed this one. This one was super janky. It is still, I guess, kind of janky because this bolt isn't the right bolt. I might try to find another one of those tonight. But other than that, yeah. Oh, I also swapped out I had like the passenger seat on here, but I never ran the pegs, so there was no point in running the passenger seat. So I finally swapped it out for the Monster seat cowl that came with it. Another thing that I did, 2 things that I did. First of all, the rear brake reservoir looked really shitty, and I bought this one to put up here, but as you can see, they sent me the wrong one. They sent me one that feeds out the bottom instead of like off to the side. I mean, it would have been fine if it came down the bottom, but I needed it to come off at a 90-degree, and they sent me this one instead. So it didn't really work up here, but on this one, what I did is I flipped and bent the bracket before this bracket went up. So flipping it upside down puts it lower, and then I bent it to where it fit a little better. For some reason, I decided to paint it gold, parts of it gold, and tape it. So it's bearable. I don't mind the way that it looks now. It's not the worst thing in the world. That's tight. And so went ahead and decided to use my expensive little tin can on the rear, and then I loomed that. So that was fucked up, so I had to pull it off and adjust it and fix it. And while it was off, I went ahead and loomed it. I'd like to loom more shit on the bike because I think it looks nice. And then also, I made this little bracket to put my helmet, because every time I stop somewhere, I'm always having to either pull off the seat cowl and hook it onto that latch, which I don't really like doing with the seat cowl because, I don't know, it's a pain in the ass. So I just wanted a place to put my helmet. So I built that little bracket. It's not the worst thing to look at, but I would like to paint it, or not paint it, put like some sort of flip mechanism on it to where it tucks up out of the way to where you can't see it. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Sorry, I'm walking around looking for my helmet. I was gonna hang it on there so you could see. I mean, it's on stands right now, so it doesn't sit exactly the way that it do when it leans, but it gives you an idea. Got the hooks. So it works. But yeah, that's pretty much all the changes that I made. Also would like to do something with the engine cover, but that is more work than just spray painting, so I'll get to it eventually. Yep, other than that, there you go. There's the Honda.